All right, well, here we go. Quarterfinal game. Playing coast to coast. Bunch of kids from all over. My tripod broke, so now I'm stuck using one that I've never used before. Doesn't have a handle, so this should be interesting. But Collins takes it, brings it into the neutral zone, sends it over to Springer. Springer sends it into the zone. Puck goes deep back behind the net. Center it, nobody home. Coast to coast, brings it out, sends it deep. Wiggers in net. Scheller taps it up, gets it up. Rottler grabs it. Rottler hits Olive. Coast to coast, brings it back in. Shot save, Wiggers. Puck goes to the corner. Puck comes around the net. They look to set it up over there. Collins with a big hit back behind the net. Collins is going to the box. And we get a whistle. Penalty coming up on Collins. Coast to coast going on a power play early here in the first. 14:08 on the clock. 1:30 on the clock on the penalty. It's like we've got Mulvena, Cadu, Jang, and Fells out here trying to kill it off. Long shot, go.
Now let's go now. Let's go. All right. Go, boys.
Oh, rough start to this one. Down 1-0 early. Puck comes back. Jang grabs it. Jang moves it up. Sends it in deep. Puck comes around the net. Cadu over to grab it. Cadu can't settle it. He gets it back. Mulvena works through traffic. Puck comes out. Here comes coast to coast to center ice. They drive it in. Shot goes wide of the net. I'm going to have to go get my tripod at a break out of the car. Even though it's broken, it'll be better than this. Mulvena gets it into the neutral zone. Can't find it. Coast to coast settles it. They drop it. We send it in, and there's an offsides. All right, Jang has it, sends it off the board, tries to get it up to Valdez. Puck comes into center ice. Coast to coast looks for it. They get bumped off the puck. Valdez grabs it. Pauly sends it through to Cadu. Cadu drives in. Cadu shot, save, no rebound. All right, I can't do this the whole game. I'm going to go get my other tripod. So if you missed something, sorry. I'm going to put it on the net on the other side, and I'll be back. All right, sorry about that. Back. This should be much better. Felzy holds it in at the blue line, sends it back down, can't get it. Felzy sends it long shot in, deflected. Valdez in front. Movena fan on it, gets it back. Puck goes over to the far boards. Coast to coast gets to it first. Movena gets back on it. He sends it deep, sends it around the net. Cadu grabs it, sends it in front. Nobody home for the Saints. Puck comes out of the zone. Jang settles it, sends it cross ice over to Fells. Fells picks it up, sends it deep, coast to coast. Back behind the net, Valdez meets him. Valdez kicks it, moves forward, goes to try and get the puck, can't get there. He goes down, no call behind the play. Coast to coast comes in clean. Felzy keeping him. Good stick there by Jang. Jang picks it up. Saints have numbers. Austin couldn't find the puck. Coast to coast drives in. Jang intercepts. Jang one-on-one. Austin drives in. Austin still has it. Austin drop pass. Nobody home. Coast to coast intercepts. Moves it the other way. They fling one deep. Coast to coast is changing. Felzy settles it for the Saints. He fires one ahead to Movena. Movena slams it back behind the net. And now the Saints change. Puck got stuck under the boards. Coast to coast had a hard time finding it. David runs into a player. Puck's back in the corner. He sent it up the boards. Bennett holds it there. Battle in the corner for the puck. Coast to coast grabbed it. Manini sends one in toward the net. Shot. Puck's loose. Woo, a little premature whistle there. Ref stopping it, protecting the goalie. I get it. Just didn't go in our favor that time. Londo, David, Manini, Bennett, and Kinner out here. Monowski wins the face-off. Kinner settles it for the Saints. Kinner high at the blue line, trying to set it up. Sends one cross ice to David. David right in front. Oh. Puck goes over to the corner. David picks it up there. David trying to find it. Bennett gets on it. Can't hold the blue line. Coast to coast brings it out. Jesus Christ. Bennett sends it in. Can't hold it. Puck comes out. Kinner goes back to get it for the Saints. No icing. Kinner takes the contact, then plays the puck. Sends it around the net. Bennett trying to shovel it out. Wondolowski gets on it, flips it. Puck bounces out. Manini gets the stick on him. Now Wondolowski picks it up. He gets tripped. Saints going on a power play. David drives in with Manini. Makes a good move. And there's a whistle. Power play coming up here for the Saints. Can't read this clock. Half the light bulbs are out on it. We're trailing 1-0. I think there's 6:55 maybe left here in the first, but I'm not sure. Collins to take the face off just to the right of the coast-to-coast goalie. Olive with a one-timer. Puck's loose. Rottler picks it up. Rottler behind the net. Plays it back out to Olive. Olive sends one over to Springer. Springer back to Schellert. Schellert has it up high. Brantley looks. He turns. Still has it. Plays it down to Springer. Springer plays it back out to Schellert. Puck comes out of the zone. Schellert plays it back to Olive. Olive settles it. Gets it up to Rottler outside of his reach. Ref says no icing. Puck goes deep. Puck back behind the net. Collins intercepts it to Rottler. Rottler missed a one-timer. Olive goes over, gets the stick on it. Coast to coast, looks to clear. Collins settles it. Collins skates around. Collins still has it. Collins shot. Deflected, goes up high over the net. Puck gets pushed back out of the zone. 33 seconds left on the power play for the Saints. Schellert settles the puck, gets it to Olive. Olive makes a good move. Olive drives in. Sammy holds it. Sammy shields him. Sammy goes down. Puck goes back into the corner. Coast to coast trying to clear it. Schellert. Oh. Big hit. Olive going to the box. Going to be 4-on-4 for 10 seconds, and then coast to coast is going on a power play. I thought it was good, but Kara didn't like the call. I don't like the call, but Sam's in the box. Coast to coast wins the draw. They play it out high. Cadu trying to keep them outside. Wiggers with the save, no rebound. 3 seconds left on the 4-on-4. 5:28 left here in the period. We trail by 1. Quarterfinal game. Winner go home. Well, go home in the morning. Saints win this one. Felsey backhands it over to Cadu. Now we're back to a 4-on-4. Jang sends it around the boards, gets it back to Cadu again. Cadu tries to hit Fells. Coast to coast, trying to set it up. Long shot. Blocker or pad save. They have it down low. They bring it around the net. They center one. That one gets deflected. Puck comes back out high. Fanned on a one-timer. Jang back behind the net. He slows down. Puck comes back over onto the near boards. Mulvena tries to get a stick on it. Jang comes out, puts pressure on. Battle in the corner for the puck. There's 3 kids from coast to coast there. Austin's the only one there for the Saints. And now Mulvena breaks it out. Mulvena keeps it. Mulvena drives in. Cadu. Shot. Save. Coast to coast pushes it back the other way. It's offsides. Ref doesn't call it. Jang keeps pressure on. Oh, boys, find the puck. Good save there by Wiggers. They have the puck back behind the net. Back to 5-on-5 now. Here comes Cadu. Cadu tried to hit. Valdez couldn't find him. There's an icing. Faceoff will come all the way back down just to the left of Wiggers. Both teams will change. Trail 1-0. 3:57 to go here in the first. Bennett does a good job using the body, flips the puck up. Bennett back behind the net. Battling with 2 players. Bennett comes up with it. Bennett sauces one out. Puck comes out. Manini picks it up. Manini and Valdez 2-on-1. And then he drives in. Manini shot. Puck's loose in front. Puck's still loose. Saints can't find the net. Coast to coast clears. Good hit there by Menini. Bennett tries to find Valdez. Can't get the puck out of the zone. Kenner kicks it out. Kenner finds Menini. Menini sends it deep. And an icing. .3:11 on the clock here in the first. Trail by 1. Springer trying to peel it away. Olive over there trying to help. Coast to coast has it. They bring it around the net. David picks it up. David plays it around him. David beats him to the puck. Puck comes around the net. Springer goes over trying to grab it. They slam on the brakes. Puck's loose back behind the net. Rottler and Springer over there trying to tie it up. David plays it back to Rottler. Rottler looking for it. Coast to coast, drives it out. Hard shot, glove save, no rebound. Face-off will come just to the left of Wiggers. 2:31 on the clock during the first. Rottler wins it back. Olive kicks it to himself, finds it, plays it around the player, comes around the net, sends it up to David. Oh, David loses it. Schellert back to help David out. David gets it up to Rottler. Rottler trying to find it. Rottler gets it up to Springer. Springer gets bumped off of it. Springer gets back on it. Springer's got David in front, tried to find him. Coast to coast intercept, skates it out. Good stick there by Olive. He hit Springer. Springer trying to dig it out. David gets a stick on it. David pushes it in. He sends it deep. Rottler goes, grabs it. Rottler still has it. Rottler still got it. He plays it out to Olive. Olive, long shot, deflected down. David gets a stick on it. Shot, save, no rebound. Good opportunity there for the Saints. Couldn't find the net. 136, 138 on the clock here in the first. Still trailing by 1. Puck comes back to Fells. Fells sends it deep. Coast to coast, trying to clear. Now they're skating it out. Good play there by Collins. Collins got Mulvena. Collins finds Mulvena. Collins shoots. Just misses a wide open net. Collins finds it. Goal! Collins back to the net. Ties it up at 1. Finally breaks through here in the first. 1:12 on the clock, and we're all tied up. All right, got a 1-1 game. 1:12 on the clock here in the first period. Finally capitalize on an opportunity. Felsey sends it. Puck goes in deep. Mulvena with good pressure. Collins comes over. Here comes a hit. Mulvena intercepts it. Collins drives in. Collins shot. Puck goes just wide. Cadu on the far boards. He holds it in. Puck comes into the center. Jang, good job. He holds. He floats one back behind the net. Cadu gets on it. Cadu puts one in front of the net. Coast to coast is going to clear. They played it with a high stick. No call. Puck comes over to Cadu. Cadu brings it back in. Misses Collins. Got puck comes into the goalie. Goes back behind the net. Coast to coast hits it up the boards. Felsey holds it. Felsey comes in. Floats one in. Shot. Puck's loose. Coast to coast clears. Jang settles it. Has the rolling puck. Hits it off the boards. Gets it back up to Cadu. Cadu drives it in. Oh, hits Collins in the stick. And there's the period. All right. Hopefully the camera, now that I've got things settled down, I'm on a new tripod. I can stop kicking it. I'm in a weird spot. Hopefully we're better. I'll tie it up at 1 second, coming to you in just a minute. All right, second period, about ready to go. Saints push it in, coast to coast, sends it right back out. They send it deep. Bennett hustles back to get it. Funky bounce off the boards. Valdez has to come back in and try and help. They're trying to dig it out of the corner. Two dads standing in my way. I can't get over there, too. Sorry, shot. Go. All right, early goal here in the second for Coast to Coast makes it 2-1. Scored 23 seconds into the second period. Change out defense. Olive and Scheller come out. Leave the forwards the same. Still have Wando, Manini, and Valdez. Puck goes deep. Olive gets on it. He tries to hit it up the board. Sammy skates it up. Valdez sends it into the zone. Coast to Coast trying to send it back out. This Jenkins kid's huge. They hit it up the boards. Wondolowski keeps it in. Now the puck comes out. Coast to Coast kicks it, loses it. Valdez gets a stick on it. Paulie sends it. Puck comes into the zone. Wondolowski trying to skate around the kid. Can't get it around him. Valdez comes in with pressure. Here comes Coast to Coast. Shot save. Scheller picks it up, gets it to Wondolowski. Puck comes up the far boards. Puck stays in the zone. Scheller gets another bad bounce. That spot in the boards is not good. Valdez comes back. He tries to chip it out. Puck stuck in the corner. Wondolowski picks it up. Bobby has it. Bobby skates around him. Bobby drives in. Bobby still has it. Bobby comes in, gets pulled off the puck. Here comes Coast to Coast. We turn it over. Springer missed David and sends the puck deep. Felsey grabs it. Felsey sends it around the boards, but the only people over there is the other team. They turn, fire one, comes off a leg. Suddy drives up. Routler picks it up, finds David. David kicks it, gets it. Puck stays in the zone. Puck stayed in the zone. Ref calls it not in position. Routler wins it back. Felsey plays it back up to Springer. Springer trying to peel it out. Routler comes over to help. Puck comes into the zone. Coast to Coast is on it. Puck comes over. Jane goes back to settle it for the Saints. Austin stops behind Wiggers. Wiggers pushes the player out of the way. Springer taps it. Rottler hustles down. He can't get to it in time. Coast to coast sends it back the other way. Austin settles. Austin fires it up the board. Springer goes back to get it. Tried to tap it to Rottler. Puck goes over off the far boards. Jang picks it up, hits it to David. Rottler puts pressure on him. Saints can't clear it. Jang tries to hit it up the boards. Puck comes out. Now David grabs it. David drives in. David shot, save. Puck's back behind the net. Jang settles it, sends it in. It's offsides. Face-off will come down over to the other dot. Nope, going to center ice. Trailing 2-1, 11:55 to go here in the second. Mulvena grabs it. Mulvena into the zone. Mulvena shot. Go! Woo! Parks ties it up. 2-2 game. Mulvena finds the back of the net. 11:47 on the clock here in the second. Shot Parks. Bennett steps up, grabs it, brings it into the zone. Wyatt has it. Wyatt's shot blocked, goes to the corner, centers it, puck's loose in front. Coast to coast is going to clear it. They drive in. Mulvena pushes them off the puck. Cadu grabs it. Cadu hits Collins. Collins plays it around, loses it, fighting to get it back. Cohen gets it back, gets it to Cadu. Cohen with a good stick, gets it down to Cadu. Cadu's got Mulvena, tried to center it, couldn't get it to him. Now Collins comes in, hits a kid. Oh, puck just comes out of the zone. Kenner settles it for the Saints. Kenner turns, gets it to Cadu. Cadu back to Collins. Collins drives it back in. Collins fires it over. Mulvena shot. Pad save. Puck goes up into the netting, and we'll have a face-off just to the right of the coast-to-coast goalie. 2-2 game, 10:51 left here in the second. Both teams get a change. Puck's loose. Coast to coast gets on it. Coast to coast driving in. Shot. Blocker saved by Wiggers. Behind the net. Wondolowski ties him up. Sends it over. Valdez into the corner. Battles for the puck. Puck comes out high. Wiggers saw that one all the way. Blocker save out of play. Face-off will come just to his right. Good save there by Wiggers. Coast to coast brings it around the net. Oh, good read there by Paulie. Just couldn't find it. Olive clears. They send it in. Offsides. That should come to center ice. Coast to coast drives in. Good play there by Valdez. Wondolowski sends it around the net. Schellert picks it up on the far boards, then loses it. Coast to coast has it. They play it out high to the blue line. Long shot in. Save Wiggers. Puck goes to the corner. Trying to settle. Good play there by Wando to tie him up. Can't get it out of the zone. They stay on it. Good stick there. It's a hard shot. Save. Puck's loose. Puck goes over to the far boards. That shot deflects up high over the net. Schellert backhands one. He stays on it. Then he sends it. And then he flips it up to Valdez. Valdez hits Wondolowski. Wondolowski couldn't clear. Coast to Coast still has it. That shot blocked by Schellert. Schellert pushes him into the boards. Puck still in the corner. Wondolowski comes over to try and help. Player gets stripped down. No call. Olive skates it. Hits Schellert. Schellert has it. Schellert taking his time. He drives in, sends it, tried to get it to Olive. This big number 77 doesn't pass the puck, which helps us out because they would have had a kid wide open. Olive picks it up. Olive with a long pass. He hits Menini. Menini finds Wondolowski. Bobby drives in. He gets bumped off it. Bobby ties him up. Bobby sends it up the board. Springer comes in trying to hold it in. David holds it in. He sends it deep. Puck goes back behind the net. Coast to Coast gets there first. Springer comes over trying to make some contact. Good hit there by Rottler. Puck comes back. Felsey sends it back up to Rottler. Puck comes back to Fels. Fels trying to dig it out. Now David picks it up. David drives in. David has it. David's shot goes wide of the net. Rottler comes, picks it up, sends it back deep. Puck comes back behind the net. David picks it up, got bumped off it. They try and clear it. Jenks sends it back deep. Puck coming back around the net. David to Rottler, shot. Oh, just wide. Coast to Coast clears it. They drive it in. Springer takes it away. Springer gets out ahead of him. Got Rottler coming behind him. Springer drives in. Springer shot, glove save, no rebound. Whew, good chance there from Cole. Couldn't snipe it by him. 7:20 on the clock here in the second. 2-2 game. Collins wins it back. Mulvena has it. Mulvena hits it into the skates. Mulvena picks it back up, drives into the dot. It's Collins to Mulvena. Mulvena shot, goal! Woo! There's two for Parks, makes it 3-2. Saints on top, give and go. Mulvena and Collins. Saints go up 3-2, 7:12 on the clock here in the second. Collins puts pressure on him. Puck comes into the zone. Puck comes back to Bennett. Bennett sends it deep. Puck coming around the net. Mulvena hustling into the corner. Mulvena meets the player. Collins comes over, gets it down to Cadu. Cadu has it. Cadu trying to get the pass off. Can't, gets tied up in his skates. Puck back in the corner. They send it up. Collins picks it up there. Collins plays it back down to Cadu. Cadu tried to center it, went off the back of the net. Mulvena picks it up. Mulvena loses it. Bennett steps. Good job there by Mulvena to get back on the play. Collins slams on the brakes. Cohen plays it back to Bennett. Bennett's got room, sends it over to Kenner. Kenner settles. Kenner finds Mulvena. Mulvena sends a cross-ice pass, missed Cadu, but Cadu comes back, stops, and gets it. Cadu to Mulvena. Mulvena into the zone. Mulvena gets bumped off it. Puck comes up. Bennett steps up, gets it up to Collins. Collins waits, trying to find somebody, sends a cross-ice pass over to Kenner. Kenner picks it up, taps it down to Connor. Cadu in front. Mulvena tried to baseball bat it out of the air. Olive loses a step coming on the ice. Collins gets bumped off of it, tries to get it over. Now it comes back to Olive. Olive with a nifty move, holds it, sends it down to Collins. Get another D change. Mulvena sends it up the boards. Collins goes over to get it. Olive holds it in. Olive comes in. Olive shot, deflected. That one's up in the air. Cadu trying to settle it. Cadu on the red line. Down on the goal line, couldn't find it. Olive steps up, holds it in again. Good play there by Sammy. Puck comes out. Collins puts a body on somebody and coast to coast clears. Scheller picks it up, sends a cross ice pass over to Olive. Olive wings one over this way. Cadu couldn't grab it. They send it in deep, and there's an icing. Good puck control, good pressure, good play by the Saints. 5:10 on the clock here in a second. Saints lead 3-2. Scheller has it. They send it deep. They send it over across the boards. Good read there by Olive. Puck comes in and it's offsides. Neutral zone face-off coming. 4:56 on the clock here in a second. They send it up. Scheller reads it well. Got it back in. Now they're behind us, and they've got a 3-on-2. Shot saved by Wiggers. Manini picks it up. Manini taps it. Oh, just couldn't get it. They keep it in. Good read there. Good play, Sammy. Now the Saints have numbers. Here comes Wondolowski. Bobby comes in. Bobby pass deflected. Valdez picks it up in the corner. Valdez gets hit. Wondolowski had it, lost it. Puck comes out of the zone. Manini will go back, get it for the Saints. Manini gets there first. That's a hook! No call. Puck comes out high. Shot goes high over the net. Valdez comes, meets him over. Puck comes around the net. Scheller picks it up there. Puck gets stuck under the boards. Now it comes out to Manini. Manini tried to hit Valdez, couldn't find him. Coast to coast is going to be able to hold it. Puck comes back around the net. Scheller gets there. Coast to coast holds, and now Wondolowski's got it. Bobby pushes it down the ice. Valdez goes and grabs it. He's got Olive right in front. Just missed Sammy. Scheller settles it. Brantley waits, turns, hits Valdez. Valdez tried to hit David. Puck bounces over his stick. David picks it up. David shot, save. Puck's back behind the net. Coast to coast grabs it. They look to get it out. They're still skating it. Still skating it. They kick it. Puck comes in. Puck comes out. David gets it out of the zone. Rattler pushes it in the zone. Rattler's over there trying to tie him up. They can't find the puck. Now Rattler grabs it. Rattler has it. Rattler looks. Rattler sends it to Felsey. Felsey at the dot. Felsey shot. Puck goes wide. Jang holds, taps it up to Springer. Springer tried to hit David. David finds it. Shot. Save. Covers it up. No rebound. 2:34 on the clock here in a second. Saints lead coast to coast 3-2. Faceoff's going to come just to the left of the coast to coast goalie. Rattler to take it. Still got Springer, David, Felsey, and Jang out here. Coast to coast wins the faceoff. They play it into the near corner. They try and get it up the boards. Rattler holds. Springer goes in, tries to hit David. Rattler shot. Puck's loose. And a whistle. Good shot, good pressure. 2:21 on the clock here in a second. Faceoff's going to come back to the same dot. Coast to coast tries to skate it out. Felsey settles it. Backhands one up to David. Puck comes into the zone. Springer trying to tie him up. Puck's in the near boards, now in the corner. Felsey with a big hit. Jang gets a hit. Battle on the boards for the puck. They're back behind the net. Puck comes out. David grabs it. David's got room. David skates it. David sends it deep. Puck comes around the net. Springer meets him over there. Comes away with it. Tried to get it to David. Couldn't find him. Trying to pick it out. Coast to coast the other way. Coast to coast. Back behind the net. They stop. Rottler gets a body on him. They still have it. They play it out to the blue line. Good stick there by David. He gets it out. Coast to coast, brings it back in. Shot pad save by Wiggers. Jang has it, gets it back to Rottler. Rottler hits it softly off the boards. Didn't get it far enough. Rottler now backhands one out. Springer picks it up. Springer tried to find David, couldn't get it to him. Now Springer sends it deep. Saints get a change. Puck goes back behind the net, and we get a whistle. What's the whistle? It was about a 7-second delayed offsides, I think. I don't know what they called, but nobody's going to a box. Going offsides on the change, I think. 43.9 seconds to go here in the second. Saints lead 3-2. Cadeau brings it into the zone. Cadeau slams on the brakes. Cadeau shot deflected, goes to the corner. Collins, you're not going to knock him over. Not that kid. Collins in the corner with three players from the other team. Loses his stick. Collins is pissed. Then they kick it. Coast to coast. Overskates it. Boy, they just can't figure out how to set things up. Collins with a good hit. Puck goes deep. Ref says no icing. It's in the corner. Kenner with a good move. He needs to get to the puck. They play it out high. That puck comes in. Weggers hits a stick to Collins, and there's a whistle. "15 minutes on the clock. Third period coming to you in just a minute. Saints lead 3-2. All right, what do you say we go to the third? Let's win one. Third period, about ready to go. Bringing out Collins, Cadeau, Mulvena. We have too many D. What are we doing? All right. Kenner and Bennett to the bench. Shellert and Olive out here with Collins, Mulvena, and Cadeau. Coast to coast drives in. Good stick there by Shellert. Coast to coast around that. They try and center it. Cadeau takes it away. Cadeau finds Mulvena. Mulvena with a great pass to Collins. Collins lost it. Good stick there. Puck comes back to Olive. Olive plays it back to Shellert. Shellert gets it back up. Collins is off sides. They don't call it. Can't find it. Now Collins grabs it. Collins up in the air, tips it to himself, plays it down. Collins gets it down to Cadu. Collins loses an edge and goes down. Coast to coast, drives it in. Schellert keeps him to the outside. Pad save. Schellert gets there first. He plays the puck. Schellert looking for an outlet. He tips it. Puck stays in. Long shot. Well wide of the net. Collins goes back, settles. Collins finds Schellert. Schellert slams on the brakes. Schellert still has it. Schellert needs to find somebody. He gets it to Olive. Olive plays it back to Schellert. Schellert finds Cadu. Cadu finds Collins. Collins sends a cross ice pass. Missed Mulvena. There's a big hit at center ice. Mulvena clears it. Saints getting a change. Puck goes back behind the net. Two biggest kids on the ice with a big collision. Collins got the best of them. Wondolowski gets him in the boards. Oh, coast to coast drives in. Good stick. Get it out, boys. Get it out, boys. Shot goes wide of the net. Wondolowski taps it over, gets it over to Manini. Manini finds Valdez. Valdez driving in. He's got Schellert going to the net. Save. Puck's loose. Got a rebound. Got it covered up. 12:40 on the clock here in the third. Saints lead 3-2. Puck in the corner. Puck comes around the net. Coast to coast will get there first. They tap it back. They're playing it with it on the boards. They get it up into the neutral zone. They drive it in. Good job there by Jang, bumping him off the puck. Puck comes out of the zone, going all the way down the ice. No icing. They played it. Valdez hustles in, gets on the puck. Coast to coast trying to spread things out. They drive it in. Shot, save, Wiggers. Valdez grabs it. Puck's loose. Coast to coast has it. They've got it high at the blue line. At the circle. Jang picks it up behind the net. He taps it. Manini couldn't get there. Long shot, well wide of the net. Felsey goes over, picks it up in the corner. Tries to get it up to Valdez. Valdez got a stick on it, but they hold it in. That bouncing puck goes to the corner. Now it's down at the goal line. They try and play it out high. Manini drags it out. Clears it. That puck was tipped. Goes into the zone, back behind the net. Valdez stays on him. Good read there from Rottler. Rottler shot. Save. Rottler picks it up. Rottler still trying to grab it. They play it up the far boards. Rottler got a stick on it. David tries to hold it. Now they keep it in. David holds, sends it back over, tried to get it to Rottler. Rottler gets it back down to David. Puck goes back behind the net. They send it up the boards. Felsey holds it there. Long shot, wide of the net, goes over to the corner. Rottler gets there first. Rattler's on it, finds David. David shot, puck's loose in front. Springer rebound, shot, save. Puck's back behind the net. David got a stick on it. David gets another stick on it. David behind the net, backhand one. Tried to center it. Springer tried to get it. Puck comes out. Puck is cleared. Jang settles. Austin has it. He's got room. He gets it to Springer. Springer gets hit into the boards. Jang sends it in. David picks it up. David shot was deflected. David shot was blocked. Rottler picks it up. Rottler behind the net gets it to Springer. Springer still has it back behind the net. Centers one, tried to get it to David. Battle in the corner. Springer still got it. There's the whistle. 2 kids going to the box. Rattler going to the box. Number 19 going to the box. We'll stay 5-on-5. 9:48 to go here in the third. Saints lead 3-2. Both teams going to change. Good sustained pressure there from the Saints. Just couldn't get one in. Puck comes back to Bennett. Bennett with a good pass over to Cadu. Cadu couldn't corral it. Puck comes up the boards. Mulvena gets on it. Mulvena in the corner. Puck goes up the far boards. Coast to coast trying to clear. Good hit there. Good play by Kinner. Collins comes up with it. Collins drives in. Collins loses it. Kid from coast to coast going to the box. Collins takes it away. He's got Mulvena driving in. Mulvena fanned on a one-timer. Bennett overskates it. Then so did Coast to Coast. Plays it over to Cadu. Cadu shot high up into the netting, and we get a whistle. Faceoff will come just to the right of the Coast to Coast goalie. Refs looking for a puck. Puck went out of play. Throwing in from the bench. 5:08, I think. I don't know. It's hard to read. Maybe 9:08. There's time left. 3-2. Saints lead. Coast to Coast trying to clear it out. They do. They drive it in. That one goes wide of the net. Collins picks it up. Collins has space. He gets it to Cadu. Cadu tried to hit Collins. Couldn't find him. Now we send it into the zone. Coast to Coast trying to get it out. Mulvena holds it. Puck goes over into the boards. That one was blocked. I think Collins is going to the box for roughing. We're going to be on the PK. Saints on the PK, 8:23 to go. Puck comes out high to the blue line, and then they lose it. Then they send it in off sides. Nice play. Thank you. Rattler's out of the box. Neutral zone face-off coming. Wondolowski, Manini, Schellert, and Olive out here trying to kill it off. Puck comes back to Brantley. Brantley off the board, chips it in. Puck goes back. Coast to Coast settles. Coast to Coast drives it in. Good play there by Wondolowski. Olive picks it off. Olive circles. Olive has it. Sam skates it. Gets it to Schellert. Schellert with a nifty play. Schellert still has it. Brantley kicks it up the board. Tries to get it to Wondolowski. Puck comes out. Good play there by Manini. Good pressure from Menini. Coast to coast drives it in. They send it over to the far boards. Get there, Sam. Coast to coast fans on it. His center one. Good job there by Sam. Wondolowski tying him up back behind the net or over on the far boards. Scheller pushes it up the boards. Menini grabs it. Flip it out, Alex. He takes a hit. Olive grabs it. He sends it down the board. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Rattler trying to pick it out. Rattler brings it in. Rattler stays with it. Rattler circles, brings it down low. Tries to put it in front of Valdez. Puck gets picked off. Coast to coast comes the other way. Good stick there from Valdez. Good play there by Fells to get back on it. Felsy sends it over to Olive. Olive skates around the defense. Sends it up to Valdez. Valdez hits Rattler. Rattler up the center ice. Lays it to Valdez. Valdez sends it deep. Puck comes around the coast to coast net. Battle in the corner for the puck. Coast to coast comes up with it. Brings it around their own net. David gets a stick on it. Rattler over there on the far boards. Coast to coast back behind their own net. Rattler picks it up. Lays it off. Coast to coast picks it up. Valdez trying to tie him up. David comes down trying to help. Puck comes in front. Rattler tries to take it away. Coast to coast brings it in. Coast to coast shot goes wide of the net. David picks it up, taps it over to Rattler. Rattler drives it in. Rattler pushes it. Rattler back behind the net, ties a player up, tries to center it to David. Coast to coast gets on it. Stick there from Springer. Coast to coast clears it though. Jang settles it. Austin drives it in, and Rattler is just off sides. 5:06 to go here in the third. Saints still lead 3-2. Neutral zone face-off coming. Sonny, let's go.
Follow here. Hey, get up ice. Get up ice. Go, go.
Coast to coast drives it in.
On that.
Shot, glove save, no rebound. Face-off will come just to the left of Wiggers. 4:55 on the clock here in the third. Come on, boys, let's find one. Rattler to take the draw. Coast to coast wins it. Good stick there. Good play there. David grabs it. They send a D-to-D pass. Coast to coast looking to move it up. Good stick there from Rattler. He pushes him off the puck. Springer picks it up. David loses an edge. No, they let him dance in. Shot high up into the netting and a whistle. Face-off will come just to the right of Wiggers. 4:24 on the clock in the third. Saints with a 3-2 lead. Coast to coast wins the draw. Good play there from Valdez. Movena picks it up. Movena loses it. Puck hits the ref in the skates. Kenner picks it up. Kenner's got it. Kenner gets it to Movena. Movena to Collins. Collins to Movena. Oh, Movena sent it back to Collins. Collins wasn't looking for it, but Movena grabs that one. Had Cadu down low, didn't find him. Collins has it. Kids tries to hit him. Collins laughed it off and bumped him to the corner. Here comes coast to coast. Shot was blocked by Bennett. Bennett turns, takes the puck away. gets it up. Collins tries to tap it out, can't get it out of the zone. Now the Saints dig it out. Collins has it. Collins turns. Collins shoots high over the net. Mulvena picks it up in the corner, sends it to Cadu. Cadu trying to center it. Can't find it. Good stick there from Bennett. Good play there from Cadu. Keeps it in the zone. Now the puck comes out. Bennett trying to hold. Good stick from Kenner. Collins with a good play. Collins holds it. Collins drives around the player. Collins loses it. Sorry about the camera. Collins gets bumped off of it. Collins stays on him. Puck comes out of the zone. Valdez back, settles it, sends it to Schellert. Schellert to Mulvena. Mulvena taps it back into the zone. He's going for a change. Valdez, they turned it over. Pauly, the good stick. Rottler gets on it. Coast to coast, drives in, good stick. Puck goes to the corner. Valdez comes over to grab it. Now Rottler gets on it. Rottler trying to push it up the boards. Coast to coast, holds it, sends it around the net. Schellert over there. We're down to 2:05 on the clock. Backhands one, can't get it out of the zone. Puck goes back deep. Olive picks it up for the Saints. Olive plays it back to Schellert. Schellert kicks it to himself. Puck comes out of the zone. Rottler kicks it forward. It's a penalty. Saints going on a power play. 1:47 on the clock here in the third. Saints going on a power play, leading 3-2. Should be a game misconduct. They should send somebody else to the box to serve that penalty. It should be a 5-on-3. Well, it's a 5-on-4. Saints on a power play. They rim it. Olive holds, sends it over to Schellert. Schellert gets it down to Wondolowski. Wondolowski has it. Wondolowski into the boards. Wondolowski loses an edge and goes down. They play it around, funky bounce. Puck comes out. They pull the goalie, so the net's empty. Shot goes high over the net. So really a 5-on-5. Schellert flips it high up into the air. Wondolowski has it. 46 seconds. Oh! Saved by Withers and a whistle. 40.3 on the clock here in the third. Saints on a power play for the next 24. Saints lead 3-2. Goalies pulled for coast to coast. Timeout, coast to coast.
shot on here, boys.
Collins to take the draw. 40.3 on the clock. Collins, Mulvena, Cadoo. Saints win the draw. Cadoo picks it up. Finds Mulvena. Mulvena off the post. Collins goes back, gets it. Mulvena clears. 17 on the clock. They fire one, puck goes wide. Collins rims it. Jang holds it. Jang flips it up, goes out of play. 2.5 on the clock.
Send another one.
.5 on the clock. Timeout Saints. Leading 3-2. Faceoff's going to come just to the left of Wiggers. Imagine Collins will take the draw. Probably keep the same kids out there. Collins, Mulvena, Cadoo, Jang. Can't see the other one. Win the faceoff, boys.
We'll help you, Brad. Need another one. 6 guys, Brad. Send another one. Hey!
Puck's down, puck's out. There's the game. Saints win 3-2. So we'll be back for the semifinals tomorrow morning at 8, 10, something like that. It's early. Boys will have a curfew tonight, that's for sure. Saints win 3-2. We'll be back tomorrow at 8:10. If we win that, we'll play in the championship at 12:30, but we'll talk to everybody tomorrow morning at 8. Thanks for joining.